going to talk about the borrower, okay? Now, if you borrow money from friends or relative, you have to be careful, okay? You have to be really careful. First of all, you need to be mindful, okay, of the amount that you're about to ask this family member or friend for. Because the most important thing is that you need to make sure you are really going to be able to pay this back. Why is this so important? This is important because if for any reason you cannot pay this amount back, it can really change the dynamics of your relationship. And if you value your relationship with that friend or that family member, you need to make sure that you can honestly pay them back. So borrow an amount, borrow an amount that you really feel truly that you can pay back, okay? That's for starters. Now, this is if you are the person that's borrowing the money. This is how we're starting it off, okay? Now, um, first and foremost, I'm gonna list some of the things that you can do to avoid ruining your relationship with that friend or family member that you have borrowed money from, okay? So, first things first, don't avoid them. Please don't avoid them while you're trying to pay them back. Don't avoid them because that's going to upset them and that's going to make them feel disrespected that you're avoiding them. Okay. So don't avoid them while you're in the process of getting their money back because 9 times out of 10, you probably didn't give them a deadline. You probably said, I'll have it back to you tomorrow, maybe. But you didn't give them an actual date like December 31st, January 2nd. You probably said, hey, somebody owed me some money and they supposed to bring it to me this weekend. You probably said something like that, right? So in the midst of that, if that friend or family member texts you or call you and say, hey, do you have my money yet? Don't avoid them. Don't ignore their texts. You know, don't do that. Don't avoid their calls because before then you were responding back to their texts, you were answering your phone, but since you have borrowed this money, suddenly you didn't call ghost. Don't do that, especially if you value the relationship that you have with this friend or family member, and you shouldn't do it, period. But if you want to salvage what you have with that friend or family member that you have gotten this loan from, don't avoid them. Secondly, don't take your time paying them back. Don't take them for granted. Don't say, oh, well, that's cousin such and such. Oh, that's my best friend. He understands. She understands. Don't assume that they understand because let me tell you something. People are funny about their money. They're real funny about their money. And that, not paying somebody back can really get ugly. Okay. So don't assume that you can pay them back whenever, and trust and believe they know when you're taking advantage of them. And that's also being disrespectful. Okay. So once again, you're making them more upset. Okay. All right. Another thing, if you're not able to pay them back at the time frame that you told them that you were, explain to them your situation. Explain to them what's going on. Be honest. Because when you do that, that prevents them from being angry at you, upset with you. It makes them feel like you care about their feelings when you're telling them along the way that you're keeping them updated. Okay. And so you reach out to them and you tell them, hey, you know what? This is what's going on. My car broke down and now I need a new radiator. And so, can I pay you like $50 right now? And then when I get my check, like talk to them, explain your situation. That way, they know that you're making an effort. If you avoid them and then you're taking your sweet time, you're making the situation worse. Okay, so to make it better, Explain your situation and then show them that you're trying to get their money back. Okay. All right. Another thing. Like I said, I just talked about propose a new option. Okay. Say, is there anything else that I can do while I'm trying to get your money back? Maybe wash your car, wash your clothes, watch the kids while you and your honey have date night. Um, Propose a different option. They may just work with you because if this is your friend or your family member, more than likely they're going to be more understanding about your situation. Okay. Okay. All right. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Okay. And those of you that are just joining, we are covering don't ask for a loan if you can't pay it back, but we are covering it from a borrower perspective. And these are the do's and the don'ts, okay, that we're breaking down when you're borrowing money from a friend or family member. Another thing that you shouldn't do to upset the people to upset the, to, sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Another thing that you shouldn't do to upset the person that you got the money from is don't be buying other things. I know your money is your money, but you are in debt with this other person, and you're gonna tell a mutual friend of you guys, hey, I just got them new Apple AirPods. Don't do that. Don't do that, because if you do that and that mutual friend goes back and maybe not on purpose tells that person that you have borrowed money from, and they may not know that you have borrowed money from this person, and y'all just probably just chit-chatting, and then you just so happen to say, oh yeah, Susan got some new AirPods, they cute, they hot pink, and you like, she bought some what? Some hot pink AirPods. You must be talking about the off-brand ones. No, she said Apple. She said Apple. And you're like, well, Susan owe me $200 right now. So you mean to tell me she went and bought some Apple AirPods and she owes me $200 right now? Don't do that. Don't go buying other things, and most certainly don't go talking and bragging about it to other people. Okay? It is disrespectful. It is. Don't do it. Okay? Now this person is raging mad. This person is raging mad. So expect a phone call or a nasty text message. And don't dare get mad about the nasty text message, because that is one of the consequences if you didn't pay this person back. And I know some people have the audacity of clapping back. And I'm like, how you gonna clap back when you owe me money? You understand me? You're gonna have to take that. Now, some people will take it further and they're not gonna text you and they're not gonna call you. They're just gonna pull up to your house, okay?